Happy guinea pig! Here we go.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I am going to be making something good.
When ain't you?
Strawberry cream cheese rolls with a lemon cream cheese frosting.
Oh Lord, the piggy trying to lose weight.
I saw Miss Rita make some homemade cinnamon rolls. And it just made me crave those strawberry rolls. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my ingredients for my dough mixture. And I've got it written down here. And it calls for 1 cup of milk and 1/3 cup of butter melted. And you want this to be roughly around 110 degrees. You just want it warm because you don't want it too hot or it'll kill your yeast. Piggy, we have my 2 eggs out of the refrigerator in that bowl. I knew I forgot to get something out. They should be on the top shelf.
No, they were
Bottom shelf. Okay, well.
not the bottom. They were on the middle shelf.
Okay, I've got 2 eggs here. In these 2 containers here, I have a total of 4½ cups of flour. I have a teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 cup of sugar, and here I have 1 package of rapid rise yeast, or it's fast acting yeast is what it's called, fast rising instant yeast. And I read on the back, and these come in a 3-pack, and on one of them it stated that 1 package is the equivalent of 2¼ teaspoons of yeast. Okay, so in case you need to know how much it is, that's 2¼ teaspoons of yeast. Now to get started, now because this is fast rising yeast, you do not have to bloom it with warm water or warm milk or anything like that. You can add this straight to the flour and add all the ingredients together and it will work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour my milk and butter mixture into my mixer. Make sure I got everything there.
Done with that?
Yep. And you also don't want it so hot that it's going to cook your eggs. So what I'm going to do is before I add my eggs, I'm going to go ahead and add my flour. And like I said, I've pre-measured this, so I know I have 4½ cups, yes, of all-purpose flour. Don't y'all just like my little snazzy bowls, y'all? They're sherbet containers that I've reused. I like them.
You bought them when you bought a product. You ain't got to go out and buy something fancy smancy.
That's right. I'm going to put my sugar in
And
there.
it'll do the same job as that high-price, expensive stuff.
And I'm going to add my yeast. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lift this up and go ahead and start stirring it together.
Mixy.
That's just to incorporate the yeast into the flour and the sugar and stuff in there. I'm going to add my salt there. And while that's mixing, I'm going to go ahead and add my eggs. And I have my mixer on 2, and it recommends that you don't use it on anything higher than 2. I think I got it on 2. No, I don't either. I got on 1½ on 1. That's 2 right there, folks. Give all this stuff right here to Piggy. And this is going to incorporate all this and mix it together. And I need to get me a scrapie.
Scrapey.
Oh, a skipper scrapie. Put that down. That way I can try to put this stuff down from the side. And it'll take this a few minutes to incorporate, but it's almost mixed up. this and I'll scrape underneath here real quick. I don't think I'm going to have too much flour when I roll this out later. And Piggy wants to show you what this looks like, all this dough coming together. And I'm going to let this knead for about 15 minutes.
Y'all, that was her hint. Say, hey, get on the job, get over here and show this.
Let that knead for about 10-15 minutes. And we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes and I'll show you what it looks like.
Probably look like dough.
Okay, y'all. It's been kneading now for about 15 minutes. You see it's ready to come out. I'm going to go ahead and drop this down.
Drop it down.
Unhook the dough hook if I can get it off. All right, come off there now. There we go.
Then you make those where they'll come down a little further.
Yeah.
Make that stand a little taller.
Well, what it was is it was sitting in that dough. And
Well, I know. That's why I said that. To make it to where that neck is a little taller. That way it come down further. You can reach up under there and get it better.
give that to Piggy.
Piggy, piggy.
And what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to put my dough in this bowl right here. I've got it sprayed with cooking spray. And I'm going to have to let this dough sit for an hour and a half to rise. At least an hour and a half. And you want it to rise double in size. I'm just going to make sure before it fell back down there that I get all this stuff out.
Sticky, sticky.
Yeah. You'll see I've got it there. Give that to Piggy.
Oh,
Now I'm just
boy.
going to flip that over. And put that down right there. And I'm
While we
covering this
wait.
with plastic wrap.
While we wait, we'll do the dishes up. Already got some of them.
And like I said, I'll just cover this right here with plastic wrap right there. And then I will cover it with a towel. And I'm going to set it over here in my corner. Give you that, Piggy. And
Give me that.
let it rise. And when I come back, I'll be rolling it out here on my island. So we'll see y'all probably about an hour and a half or so when this has doubled in size. We're back. It's been an hour and a half, maybe touch over. And my dough has doubled.
Dom, 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 dom.
And I'm just going
Ooh,
to
that smells good.
press that down just a little bit there. And y'all, instead of putting my rolling pin or my rolling thing out, I'm just going to put some flour on my island. And roll my dough out on my island here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of flour. I don't want a great lot. That. Give Piggy that because I'm not going to need that anymore.
Make the pig gets to wash.
And I'm going to kind of just work this together just a little bit to make it into a rectangle as much as possible. We'll do it this way. I don't want to add too much flour to it because it was already very good. There we go. Spread this out. Flour my dough roller. And I'll roll this out.
Where does this go?
Up there.
Okay. Well, it's ready.
Piggy just gonna have to let it sit until I can get to it.
Yeah, a little high for me to try to reach unless I had me a stove.
And y'all, we do have a stool here in case Piggy has to climb.
Piggy
Well,
don't
it's a
like
step
to.
ladder, not a stove. And just say I'm rolling this out. And I'm just going to roll it into a rectangle as much as possible. And I'll probably have it maybe, I want to say maybe 12 inches by 24 inches, if possible, once I get done. And I may not. It just depends on how it rolls. Let me press something.
Folks, she's got a bigger pan that she hadn't been using because it wouldn't fit in that oven one way. But she has discovered it will fit in there the other way.
Yeah.
So guess what?
I'm using my bigger pan today. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get this rolled out. Once I get done with this, I will be back and show you how I put the strawberry jam in it and make my rolls. Okay, y'all, with Piggy's help, I've got this rolled out. And I'm just going to take my pastry brush. Now, y'all, my pastry brush is actually a paintbrush. I bought them in a pack of, I think it was 4 or 5.
They were real cheap and they do the job.
They were real cheap. They do the job. And I'm just brushing some softened butter. It's not melted. It's just softened. And I have maybe, let's see, not quite a couple tablespoons, I don't think. It might be a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons at most, that is softened. It's basically what's left of that unsalted butter stick that I used or melted earlier and put in my dough.
Hand me a scrapey and I'll scrape the rest of this in there.
Let me get Piggy a scrapey out.
I'm having to deal with this mushy cream cheese.
Now, on the inside of this, because I'm using strawberry jam, and it is my homemade strawberry jam, I'm going to do the strawberry jam, some cream cheese, this softened butter, and some pecans. Now, if you don't like strawberry jam, or if you don't have strawberry jam, if you have blackberry jam or blueberry jam or orange marmalade, or you have whatever you have and you want to use, that's what you use. I mean, nobody says you have to put everything in here like I do.
It's all about things you like.
That's it.
And things you'd like to try.
It's what do you like? Now, if I had some blackberry jam, believe me, I'd be doing some blackberry rolls here. Okay, we'll set that off to the side.
Blackberry, blueberry.
And I'm opening my jam. Now, this is my own homemade, so I'm going to stir it up just a little bit before I put it on there. This is an 8-ounce jar. I do not know that I will use this whole jar. I might.
Well, if you do, you do.
And I'm just going to pop some of that on there, and I'm going to spread a thin layer. Last time I made these, I made them with store-bought jam. They were good, but they were sweet. And that's because store-bought jams and jellies have a lot of sugar in them.
Yeah, they like to get you hooked on that sugar.
I love the fact that I can make this with my homemade stuff because I know how much sugar I had in it when I cooked it and made it. So I know about how much sugar is in each jar that I've made. Oh yeah, this will probably take the whole jar, but that's okay. Spread that out there. And I'm gonna, and if you're wondering why I'm doing the majority of it on this side, this is because this is going to be the center side. And I am spreading it out here. I looked up and Piggy was taking a picture with his phone. I have a feeling he's sending a picture to somebody. Eat your heart out. This is what I'm getting today.
Little sis.
Uh,
I can just imagine the response I'm gonna get too.
Darn
your hat.
I think she's had these, or I made them once before.
Oh, it'll make her wonder what you're making.
And I'm gonna leave that one edge right there open because that's the one that's gonna be my fold over edge. And y'all probably saying that's not enough. Yes, this is. This is more than enough jam on this right here.
If you dial it back and you start cutting out a lot of junk, you'll find that the longer you go without the extreme amounts that a lot of people eat of sugar and bread. I did an experiment one time, quite by accident, actually. I didn't do condiments of any kind. No salt, no pepper, no mayonnaise, no mustard, no ketchup, no nothing. Anything.
I'm just dotting this cream cheese in here. I may not use this whole block of cream cheese, but I will be using most of it.
And I did that for 2 weeks. Well, at the end of that 2 weeks, I began putting stuff back on. And I found I could put the thinnest, almost imperceptible, spread out thin layer of any condiment, and I could taste it just fine. We tend to get used to something. We think we need more. Well, what's happening is, especially when you get store-bought products, they're going to be sugar in just about anything. Sugar can be addictive. What happens with most things addictive? You get used to that amount. You think you need more. And so you put more and more. You get to a point where you don't taste the food anymore. You taste the condiments.
That's it.
And you don't think it's any good unless it's got that amount of condiments on it because you're after the condiment, not the food. We like to taste the food.
I love the food. That's why I like Piggy's to rub because we can put just a little bit on there. It flavors the food, but it also brings out the natural flavor of the food.
Right.
And
it does more to bring out the natural flavor than it does anything. And then it's got that little bit of flavor to it.
Yeah.
And you taste the food. It brings you to a whole new world of flavor. You're like, wow, I never knew it tastes like that.
Well, you know, I'm not one to tell anybody how they have to eat their food. Hey, your kitchen, your rules. You're the one cooking it. Fix it the way you like it. That's something that always bothered me when I was cooking for others. Is that I always go out and complain because I didn't make it the way it was supposed to be made or the way somebody else made it. We're all different, and we can all sit here and make the exact same recipe, following the exact same thing with all the exact same ingredients, and I guarantee it's not all going to taste the same every time.
That's it. I'll put it like this. I know of a woman that way back years ago. She's a big woman. I never met her personally. I was told about her by somebody who was a friend of hers.
Now I'm going to put a few pecans on here.
She would take and put a third to a half a jar of mayonnaise on each side of the piece of bread of a big old sub-top sandwich. And then once she made it, she'd take and dip the sandwich in the mayonnaise on top of that. Then wonder why she couldn't lose weight. All you're tasting is mayonnaise.
Well, sounds like obviously she liked her mayonnaise.
She liked a little bit of food with her mayonnaise.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm wiping this cream cheese off my fingers. Now what I'm going to do now.
Man, that looks good.
I'm going to take and I'm going
to roll it up.
Roll that right there in. That's going to be my center right there.
What's that old rhyme? Roll it up, roll it up.
Oh, the band about bake me a cake.
I guess. Roll it dough, roll it dough.
I don't remember. It was a nursery rhyme from years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got most nursery rhymes years ago, and it was years ago before that since I'd heard them. So, you know, oh, you're going to have some ooze out.
That's fine.
Man, oh man.
Put this up here. Come on.
Some of y'all already know how this is going to turn out.
Well, I mean, if y'all know what cinnamon rolls are, I mean, if you know what a strawberry Danish roll is, you'll know it's.
Now, isn't that dough something you got off from Rita's
This
Roast?
is, yeah, that was what I said earlier. I had a recipe for mine. I couldn't find it, and I saw Rita's Roast make the cinnamon rolls. So I took her dough recipe, modified it just a little bit, because hers is cooked or made up in a bread machine. And this is how I did it without a bread machine.
And helping her roll that out, I felt that dough feels real, real good. I bet that'd be real good for pizza.
No, this is a sweet dough. You wouldn't want this for pizza.
No?
Mm-mm. Pizza don't have the sugar in it that this one does.
Oh, okay.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. Now, this right here is a flour scraper, but it does have a measurement on it. And I'm going to cut this in about half. And I'm going to cut this in half again. Okay. I should be able to get about 3 out of each one.
Oh, you're going to make them big.
I'll take them. Oops. Right in my hand, y'all. I got the oozies out. Yeah.
It oozed out on her, folks. That ain't good.
That's
Well,
fine.
maybe it is good.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm going to get a little picture of that.
Yeah, you get a little picture of that, baby.
I'm going to be mean
Let me-
again.
Now I'm getting that strawberry in, and I'm going to put that right there in that one. There. Now these are going to have to sit and rise for 30 minutes once I get these done. That's a good thing about these counters. It can be washed, y'all.
Yep. That's what the piggy does. Ooh, that was squished out.
Yeah, I know. I see that. It's squished out.
It went squish, squish. I can't stand the pressure. I've got to blow.
There we go. I just added to one of these others that don't like it has a lot. Okay. Got this one here.
Might have done better to cut from that end and send the pressure that way to the smaller end.
It's going to send it either way. It don't matter. There we go.
It went boom.
Got that one right there. That one right there. And that one right there. Okay. That ain't the prettiest job, but you know what? Nobody said they had to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these with my towel here. Set them back over here next to my oven in my corner. I'll need this in a minute, Piggy. Well, no, it's dirty, so go ahead. I'll get the other one out there.
I have it washed by the time you need it.
Okay. Like I said, I'm going to cover this with my towel, set it back in my corner for 35 minutes to let them rise. And once they're risen, I will bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes or so, 15, 20, depending on my oven. It's one of those things you just want to keep an eye on. So I'll wash my hands, I'll do that, and we'll see y'all probably about 35, 40 minutes. All right, y'all, we're back. And this is what they look like after sitting for 30 minutes. And the smell is absolutely amazing.
The smell is driving the piggy nuts.
So I'm going to put these in my preheated oven. They're preheated at 350 degrees.
Let me get a picture of that.
You get a picture of that, piggy.
All right.
And again, I'm going to put them in my 350-degree oven.
Now how long we got to wait?
It's going to be about 15 minutes.
Oh boy, getting shorter and shorter.
And then while this is baking, I'm going to make up the frosting that goes on.
Oh man.
So, put this in the oven up there. All right, y'all. I got that set for 15 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, that segment a while ago is Rolly Do Baker's Man.
Yeah.
Except it ain't a man making this time, it's a woman.
It's a woman.
Oh, but.
Okay. Now, the icing I'm going to make is going to be a lemon icing. I'm using some softened cream cheese. I have about 4 ounces right here, so that'd be about right.
What happened to that other cream cheese?
It's in the refrigerator. I only needed 4 ounces.
Oh, okay.
And I also need about 4 tablespoons of softened butter, so that means I need about a half a stick of butter. If I can get Piggy to hand me a knife.
What kind of knife you want?
Butter knife would be fine.
Butter knife.
Yeah, this is soft enough that butter knife go right through this.
But it will.
It should.
If it don't, we'll look into us a different set of butter knives.
All right. Put that right there.
I guess that's where that expression, knife through hot butter, came from.
Possible. And we put that in the refrigerator. I guess what I need to do is plug this up. I'm going to cut this ice maker off for just a minute because I got the oven on.
I think so.
If it went
out here in a second.
There we go. It turned off, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get my mixer set up with my beaters. Then I'll add my sugar.
Y'all hear some thumping like thunder and thunder. It's just a piggy falling on the floor because I'm trying to avoid kitties in here. They like to get right in the way.
When you have cats, they think they own the house.
Don't they?
Well, they must. Yeah, I'm having the same problem Piggy had with this thing. Let's get that thing right there locked in. There we go. Get that in. Then we can put this one in. There we go. Piggy's shaking ice and making noise, y'all, in case y'all want to hit that air.
I'm just a noisy piggy.
Yes, you are.
Y'all wonder what that thud was? It was the cover being closed.
And what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting my sugar out of here.
That thud was the freezer door closing.
And I got about a cup of... Now, the actual recipe for the icing is like a cup and a half of sugar, the powdered confectioner sugar. I don't put that much in mine because these are going to be sweet enough without it.
Done.
And it really does not need all of that sugar. This right here takes about a teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm just going to pour a cap full.
Hey, you think about it. You got strawberry jam, albeit homemade, not as much sugar as store-bought. And then you got that bread, that dough,
Well,
which is going to turn into sugar in your system.
put a little bit more than that in there. It might be a tablespoon or a teaspoon and a half of the lemon extract.
And kind of sweet. You know,
Oh man, that lemon smells good, y'all.
and we've cut out even more carbs than what we have. We're getting towards keto. I'm going to tell y'all folks.
Other than what I do on my videos, we don't eat a lot of sweets or a lot of carbs.
Folks, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel as sludgy and I don't feel as sluggish.
That's it. And I guess y'all can see what I'm doing here. Y'all seen me make up cream cheese frosting before. The different things I've made up cream cheese frosting on my carrot cake. I made it up for, well, Piggy made it up for my birthday cake. The strawberry cream cheese frosting.
Man, that smells so good. folks, somebody, especially in my condition, not feeling sluggish or sludgy, some of y'all may get that, is a good thing. I'll take every ounce of that I can get.
And that's it, y'all. That's the icing. It's made.
Done.
I'm going to get my little scraper here. Get as much of this out as I can before I give them to the piggy.
But the piggy going to go licky.
Piggy likes to clean the beaters, y'all. And if y'all have never cleaned the beater in y'all's life, whether it be cake mix, whether it be icing or whatever, y'all have missed out.
Bless your heart.
Y'all, I'm just going to be honest. You had a deprived childhood.
You ain't never licked a beater. You just bless your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's some fun stuff.
Growing up, that was the highlight. I was glad to be an only child at that point because I didn't have to fight nobody for it except my mama. And she'd give it to me. I get one beater, she'd get the other one. And I'll tell you, that like I said, that was a highlight to growing up. And even when we go visit family and stuff up in Tennessee, it would be my stepdad's family. He and Mom would go and visit other family, and I would stay with the lady we were staying with. And she baked and stuff like that. And I got to lick the beaters at her house. And I tell you what, you get an old-time country cook, somebody been in their 60s, 70s years old, and they've been cooking 40, 50, 60 years. You know, you got somebody that can cook. There's the other one, Piggy.
As y'all might can see, Piggy done attacked that one.
And I'm just going to scrape this down real quick and let y'all see what I've done. I could have put that in a smaller bowl, but I wanted to have plenty of room to be able to mix this up.
Sometimes it better have more room than not enough.
This goes in that cabinet over there, Piggy.
Yes.
And looks like we have about 8 minutes left, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. All right, y'all, we got about 10 seconds. Well, 7, 6. We headed to 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it went off.
Here they come.
Oh, yeah.
Sad thing, folks, is we're going to have to wait about another 10 minutes and let them cool off.
Do those not look amazing, y'all?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, man.
Since they just come out of the oven, like Piggy said, we're going to have to let them sit about 10, 15 minutes to cool before I can put the icing on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my icing up. Got my towel here. And I'll just cover that up.
And folks, she tortured the Piggy. Before they even come out the oven, she had me get over there and look at them in the oven. I was like, torture.
But those look good. And they are done. They're not dark brown or a brown color like the cinnamon raisin biscuits or cinnamon biscuits or cinnamon rolls, because they don't have that dark cinnamon on it when you roll. But they do look good. Oh, yeah.
Them's right there is just big gold jelly biscuits.
But we'll see y'all probably about 10 or 15 minutes when we get ready to ice them, and then we'll do our taste test. All right, y'all, it's been time. I think we did 12 minutes. Could have been close to 15, so now it's time to ice these puppies.
There it goes. Look at that. Oh, man.
Oh man, it's right. It smells good, y'all. It looks good.
Strawberry jam, cream, cheese, walnuts.
No, pecans.
Pecan? Oh, you use pecans? Okay.
I use pecans.
Either way.
I didn't feel like chopping the walnuts. I already had chopped pecans. That's what I used.
Well, I chopped walnuts. That wouldn't have been a big thing.
That's okay. I like pecans too. Or pecans, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, probably good you did pecans. Folks, the piggy loves walnuts. Sometimes don't know how to stop himself. That's caused the piggy problems in the past. Some of y'all might can imagine.
Oh man, y'all.
I used to sit and eat a bag without even thinking about it. I paid for that.
In case y'all want, we don't eat a lot of sweets and processed snacks. I buy walnuts and pecans for us to snack on. If we have things that are sweet, it's because I make them. I don't buy a lot of pre-made stuff anymore.
We found that stuff in stores is just too sweet for us and wind up making us sick.
Don't get me wrong, I love them. And occasionally I do splurge and buy them. And then I regret it after I eat it because it makes me sick. So.
And that's part of having gotten away from a lot of that stuff. We have found that our bodies talk to us. They let us know that stuff ain't good.
Okay, y'all. I got a little bit of icing right there left. I'll figure out which I'm going to put it on. Put it right there on it right there. There you go, Piggy.
Ah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I was going to get one on the plate so you can...
Well, I've been getting pictures throughout.
I know. If you'll hand me a knife up there, Piggy, I'll cut this in half. Oh, so nice. If you want to go, I'm going to cut it in half because we're going to half this one, y'all. I also want to get a picture of that inside of that. Well, it's kind of hard to tell right there.
No, it ain't hard to tell either.
It ain't hard to tell.
No. Move that hand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
A little blurry looking. Wonder why that's blurry looking.
I don't know.
I might need to clean that lens for you.
Might need to.
I'm just going to take a picture of it like that.
Okay.
And clean that lens for you. All right, folks, y'all know what time it is.
I'll just leave it right there and do this right here.
Yeah, there it is, folks. Biggie ain't waiting.
Miss Rita, thank you for sharing that dough recipe.
I'm saying, that's top notch right there.
Yeah, works great for the strawberry rolls. I think she said she got that recipe off of All Recipes online. I'm not sure. I think that's where I got mine for the dough. But I couldn't find it.
Well, I know this is a good dough.
This is very soft. It's chewy. And it is so good with that strawberry jam and that lemon frosting.
It's chewy and it's ooey-gooey with a little bit of crunch from the pecan. Folks, I'm telling you what.
If you hadn't ever made them, y'all try them. They're good. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Where's my boy?